Hello, everybody. I'm talking once again with Ross Benjamin. We have a big slate in college basketball, and we're going to be doing our daily underdog value. There's 3 games in particular that Ross has picked that have really good underdog value as he sees it. Ross, first and foremost, thanks for being back with us. This first game, it really kind of puzzled me that you picked it, but I believe you may have some information that may help me out with it. Oklahoma getting 4.5 against West Virginia. And I know Oklahoma beat them the first time they played, but this Oklahoma team, the last 4 games, 3 out of 4, has looked terrible. And, you know, my argument here, and especially because Oklahoma's hurt me this year, they've got 4 guys that have started every game for 3 years, and they're losing at home to Texas Tech and teams of that nature. Do you think they can bounce back against a defensive-minded West Virginia team?
I do, Mike, and your concerns are legitimate ones, obviously. I mean, this is an Oklahoma team that's lost 3 of their last 4, and they've endured a shooting slump during this slide. As a matter of fact, over their last 4 games, they've shot just 38% from the field. But, you know, this is an experienced team. You're looking at an Oklahoma team that shot 46% from the field this season. It's still the number 1 3-point shooting team in America at 43%. So, there's a lot to be said there. Again, I know I'm going with a gut feeling here, but I think there's going to be a sense of urgency here from Oklahoma on the road against number 10 West Virginia. And you know, West Virginia, this is a team that relies heavily on their pressure defense. They're not a good shooting team, Mike, as you know, but they create a plethora of turnovers, and off of those turnovers, oftentimes comes some easy baskets in transition. Now, the flip side to that is they commit an average of 24 personal fouls per game, and that sends opponents to the free throw line an average of 28 times per contest. That was a key contributing factor in their 2-point loss at Oklahoma, despite them holding the Sooners to 33% shooting in that game. Oklahoma was able to go 27 for 32 from the free throw line. They overcompensated for that factor. And again, West Virginia is shooting just 40% in that contest. They're not a good shooting team. I like Oklahoma here, Mike. I'm going to take the points. I wouldn't be shocked to see the outright upset here, but we'll certainly take the points as that additional bonus.
And you know, when I said I was shocked, a lot of it plays into that because I go into that gut feeling as well, Ross, and I feel the same way. I really think they're going to get the outright win. The reason I'm saying that, and you touched on it, this is a veteran squad. They've played together. Yeah, and when you have a team that shoots 43% from three-point land, that's no fluke. So they're experienced enough to shake up and wake up, and they're going to have to do that. And let's not forget, West Virginia. This is a team that's lost 2 out of 3. All right, they have 2 guards that are questionable in Page and Miles Jr. So, yeah, I don't know. I think if Oklahoma has any oomph left, which I think they do, they're going to get this win today. So I'm not going to argue with that one. I like that one. Now, moving on to the second one, Illinois State +6 at Northern Iowa. What is it about this game that you like? This is a team that's 6-5 against the spread on the road, so Illinois State can get it done. If you will, break this one down, and why is Illinois State going to cash that ticket, Ross?
Well, you know, Mike, if you're a Northern Iowa fan, you have to be awfully frustrated. I mean, this is a team that returned 4 starters, was expected to challenge Wichita State for the Missouri Valley Conference title. They had great non-conference wins over number 5 North Carolina and number 13 Iowa State. Then they get into the MVC part of their schedule and they start out 2-6. Then they rattle off 6 wins in a row, and then in their previous game they get upset by Loyola of Chicago. So I mean, it's very frustrating. It's been an underachieving year for Northern Iowa. Sort of a difficult team to gauge, but one thing for sure is I can gauge that Illinois State right now is playing tremendous basketball, and they're playing with a plethora of confidence. This is a team that's won 5 in a row. They've won 7 of their last 8, and this current run has catapulted them to number 2 in the Missouri Valley Conference, just a game and a half behind Wichita State. I love teams that are playing good defense and getting points, especially points of this nature. They're getting 6 points in this situation. They've allowed just 58 points per game and have held opponents to 38% shooting over their last 5 contests during that win streak. I like Illinois State here, plus the 6 over Northern Iowa.
And let's not forget, just about 5 weeks ago, Illinois State, all right, they beat them by 9 points, so they know how to play this team. I like that breakdown because the confidence level is there. And, you know, Northern Iowa having the returning leadership that they had, when that does not work out and you start going cold, they start wondering in their head, hey, are we as good as we thought? So you might be onto something there. I like that. I like that. Now, the third play, all right, Duquesne is going to Rhode Island. Rhode Island is 7-5 against the spread at home this year, okay? They feel good about defending their home floor. Now, Duquesne 4-3 against the spread on the road, all right? These are two teams that have kind of been struggling as of late. What is it about Duquesne that you like tonight to cash this ticket as well, getting 8.5 points?
Well, those are definitely excellent observations, Mike. Both of these teams certainly aren't playing good basketball at the moment. You mentioned Duquesne 4-3 against the spread in true road games. However, they've covered in each of their last 3 on the road. This is a team that's explosive offensively, so they can keep themselves in the game, especially against a mediocre at best type opponent like Rhode Island. You know, the Rams are another team, Mike, just like Northern Iowa. A lot was expected going into the year. They had some key early injuries that really put a halt to their expectations. They're 14-12 on the season. They're only 4-7 in their last 11 games. I just don't think they're good enough to be laying this kind of a number against maybe not a good team, but at least an average team in Duquesne that has that offensive firepower that could really get them inside the number, especially late in the contest with their three-point shooting ability. I'm going to take Duquesne here, plus the 9 over Rhode Island.
Okay, and I did see where it was available at 9 and 8.5. So like you always say, we'll take that insurance policy. You know, we'll take that extra half. Okay, you heard it, viewers. Ross Benjamin likes Oklahoma getting 4.5 today, Illinois State getting 6, and Duquesne getting 9. Those are 3 games that you can cash your underdog value ticket with us. Hey, Ross, have a great weekend. I wish you the best in beating your book this weekend, and I'll talk to you again on Monday, my friend.